We are often told that we should be kind and put other people's needs ahead of our own. However, few warn us that being overly kind and caring can be dangerous. We live in a world where we don't always receive what we give. This world is full of generous people who find that their giving depletes them both financially and emotionally. Could being too kind even put us in danger? You might be surprised by the bad things that can happen when you're too kind. Today, I will highlight 10 negative consequences of being overly kind and 4 powerful strategies to prevent others from taking advantage of you. First, you will have too high expectations of people. Stoic philosophers suggest that we should accept things as they are and not depend on what others do to make us happy. Giving without expecting too much in return helps you avoid disappointment and practice emotional detachment, bringing calmness to your mind. Whether we realize it or not, it's hard for us to be completely selfless when we give. When we give everything we have, we expect others to do the same when we need something. This often leads to disappointment when people don't meet our high expectations, causing us emotional distress. Stoicism teaches us to manage our expectations and accept that people may not always reciprocate our kindness. Second, you should not let others take advantage of your kindness. You may have made others accustomed to receiving everything from you without having to do anything themselves. As a result, when you need help, they won't reciprocate. This leaves you feeling tired, angry, and sad. However, if you look at it objectively, others aren't letting you down. They're just doing what you should be doing, taking care of their own business. When you constantly put others' needs before your own, you teach them to expect this from you, making it difficult for them to reciprocate your kindness when you need it. By setting boundaries, you ensure that your kindness is not exploited. Third, your goals will not be considered. Stoics believe that living by reason and virtue is important. Setting boundaries and prioritizing our responsibilities if we want to maintain balance and not lose our identity and well-being for others. If you put everyone else's needs before your own, you might be avoiding something inside you that hurts and scares you. How do you feel when you spend the weekend alone or come home every day knowing no one is there to greet you? If you are doing too many things to avoid yourself, the blow will be harder because you will have to face yourself sooner or later, and your bad mood will worsen as you start to prioritize others' needs over your own self-care. Failing to set boundaries can lead to neglecting your personal goals and aspirations, leaving you feeling unfulfilled. Fourth, others will think you are weak and treat you as such. Stoicism reminds us to work on being strong and self-reliant. By setting boundaries and practicing self-discipline, we can show others that we are committed to our responsibilities and ideals, thereby earning respect instead of being seen as weak. If you help others too much over time, you might be seen as an expert in the area you work with others, but you might be creating the opposite impression. When you don't set limits, people will start to see you as weak, like someone who opposes a boss so much that they come to you to offload their responsibilities because they know you won't say no. On the contrary, once you use this magic word, they will begin to feel something for you they never thought they would: respect. By setting boundaries, you assert your strength and earn the respect of others. Fifth, you will have a lot of buts, or people who only come to you when they need something. Stoicism teaches us the importance of being smart and wise in choosing whom to help. By using self-control and perspective, we can distinguish between those who genuinely need help and those who want to take advantage, ensuring we don't waste our time and energy on unbeneficial matters. People who once considered you a good friend suddenly only want to hang out with you when they need something. If you think logically, it's not so unlikely to happen to you, since most people don't invite their employees or colleagues for coffee, let alone a beer. This pattern can lead to feelings of isolation and being used, as people only seek your company when they need something. Sixth, you will only attract people who want something and never those who want to give. With patient judgment, we can build relationships that are real and beneficial for both parties. People come into our lives because their energy matches ours. If we vibrate at a low frequency, we attract negative, depressed people with dark souls who want to harm us. Conversely, when we vibrate at a high frequency, We attract people full of positive energy, kindness, enthusiasm, hard work, and joy. Therefore, when we give all we have, we lose so much energy that we start vibrating at a low frequency. This attracts needy people and opportunists who just want to take what they can from us and leave without even saying thank you. Maintaining a balanced approach to giving helps ensure you attract and build meaningful, reciprocal relationships. Seventh, you might end up getting hooked on something. Stoics teach people to remain calm and in control of themselves. Self-discipline in giving prevents us from getting stuck in bad habits and maintains a good relationship with our actions and choices. When scarcity is a regular part of our lives, the need for something grows, which is the best way to get addicted. One day, someone close to you might notice that you drink too much and not just spring water. They might also notice that you eat too much or even gamble too much. Pay close attention to what someone who cares about you says, because your first reaction may be to get angry and say you don't have any problems. But this is how people usually react when they are so caught up in their own problems that they can't see they have one. Recognizing the signs of addiction and seeking help can prevent long-term damage to your health and well-being. Eighth, you will make people think twice. Stoicism tells us to do good things regardless of what others think of us. By focusing on living in line with our beliefs and principles, we build a good image that can withstand false accusations. No matter how much we'd like things to be different, the truth is that there aren't that many kind people in the world. So, if you are one, people will be suspicious of you instead of impressed and grateful. It won't be long before your kindness makes people wonder what's going on with you and what plans you have that you don't tell anyone about. This could mean you've met a group of suspicious people, but it's more likely that they're just being honest. Most people who want to help too much are hiding such evil plans that it's best to stay away from them and refuse the help they offer. Staying true to your principles and actions helps maintain your integrity and builds trust over time. Ninth, you may compromise your own values. In an effort to be kind and accommodating, you might find yourself bending your values or principles to please others. This can lead to inner conflict and a sense of loss regarding who you truly are. Stoicism emphasizes living in harmony with one's true self and principles. By constantly putting others' needs first, you might sacrifice your own beliefs and ethical standards, leading to a life that feels inauthentic and unfulfilled. The pressure to conform to others' expectations can erode your sense of identity and leave you feeling hollow. Upholding your values, even in the face of pressure, ensures you remain true to yourself and live an authentic life. 10th, you risk burnout and mental exhaustion. Constantly giving and never taking time to replenish your own resources can lead to severe burnout. Emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion are common consequences of overextending oneself for the sake of others. The Stoic practice of self-care and setting boundaries is crucial to maintain one's own health and well-being. Without taking time to rest and rejuvenate, you might find yourself unable to continue helping others effectively, and your overall quality of life will suffer. This perpetual cycle of giving without receiving can lead to chronic stress and long-term health problems. Prioritizing self-care and establishing boundaries are essential to prevent burnout and maintain your ability to help others. 11th, you might neglect your own personal growth. When you are always focused on meeting the needs of others, you may have little time or energy left for personal development. This can result in stagnation, where you are not able to pursue new opportunities, learn new skills, or achieve your own dreams. Stoicism encourages us to strive for continuous improvement and to live in accordance with our highest potential. By setting aside time for personal growth, you ensure that you are always moving forward and becoming the best version of yourself. 12th, your health can deteriorate. Physical health can also suffer when you are too focused on others at the expense of your well-being. Lack of sleep, poor diet, and neglecting exercise can lead to serious health issues. The Stoic emphasis on self-care includes taking care of your physical health, as a healthy body supports a healthy mind. Ensuring you maintain a balanced lifestyle that includes proper nutrition, exercise, and rest is essential for long-term health. Now, Let's look at what you can do to prevent others from taking advantage of you. Strategy 1. Pay attention to your feelings because they are telling you something. Based on the Stoic idea of self-awareness, pay attention to your feelings. Stoics believe that self-reflection to understand your feelings and desires is very important. By paying attention to your feelings, you can recognize if you are giving too much and wearing yourself out mentally, allowing you to adjust your focus and find a good balance. Monitoring your emotional and physical well-being can help you set healthier boundaries and prioritize self-care. Strategy 2. Don't be afraid to say no. Following the lessons of Stoics, you should recognize that your time and energy are precious and need to be used in a balanced way. Self-discipline can be shown by being able to say no when you feel too busy or when the request is unfair. Although the word no makes us think of bad things and sadness, it's natural for us to find it hard to say it. However, if we don't learn to say this word when someone wants more from us than we can give, pessimism will take over our lives. Practice in front of the mirror and remind yourself that it's the only way to regain your freedom and avoid unnecessary risks. Saying no when necessary protects your time, energy, and well-being. Strategy 3. Have time and space for yourself and respect them. Following Stoic values of self-discipline and self-respect, it's important to give yourself time and space to take care of yourself. Do what you like, such as exercising, drawing, listening to music while having a cup of tea, or anything else that excites you. Complete your responsibilities as soon as possible so you can try this out. You should take this very seriously, so seriously that you should schedule this time every day or every week. If someone asks for your help during this time, they need to be very kind and helpful to you, not to the other person. Without remorse, tell them no and enjoy that time and space just for yourself. If you don't want to be so direct, you can offer to help at a different time, but make it clear that you will only be able to help for a short time because you have other things to do. Regularly dedicating time to yourself is vital for maintaining your mental and physical health. Strategy 4. Identify energy vampires and distance yourself from them. Following the Stoic principles of self-discipline and wisdom, it's important to know which relationships are good for you and which can drain you mentally. By staying away from people who constantly drain your energy and don't add anything positive, you're taking care of your own health and showing Stoic self-control in your relationships. You should know that if you try to help an energy thief, it won't work. These people overwhelm you with their complaints, pains, and catastrophic view of life. Don't bother trying to help them, because if their problems were solved, they would have to stop complaining, and that's something they wouldn't tolerate. Distancing yourself from toxic relationships allows you to focus on nurturing positive and supportive connections. Strategy 5. Develop a strong sense of self-worth. Recognize that your value is not solely dependent on how much you do for others. Stoicism teaches us to find worth in our actions and principles rather than external validation. By building a strong sense of self-worth, you can make decisions that are in your best interest without feeling guilty. This helps you maintain your boundaries and prioritize your well-being while still being compassionate and kind. Strategy 6. Practice mindful giving. Be intentional about your acts of kindness. Instead of giving indiscriminately, choose to help those who genuinely need it and will appreciate it. Mindful giving ensures that your efforts are meaningful and impactful. It also helps you avoid burnout and resentment, as you are more likely to feel fulfilled when your generosity is acknowledged and valued. Conclusion: according to Stoic wisdom, in life, the best measure for things is always the middle ground, and generosity is no exception. If we give too little, we come across as selfish and greedy, while if we give excessively, we end up completely drained of energy, time, and probably money as well. So, lean toward the middle ground, which is still the best choice for finding a balance between putting others' needs first and putting your own needs first. And if you're ever unsure, just remember the magic word no, especially if they offer to drive you home from the window of their car. Striking a balance between selflessness and self-care ensures that you can maintain your well-being while still being generous. We've reached the end of this journey, and I sincerely hope these tips will be of great use to you. Don't forget that you are a crucial part of this channel. If this video has helped you, made you think, or you've learned something, give it a thumbs up so that more people can discover the powers of Stoic wisdom. And if you haven't already, don't forget to check out our ebook about Stoicism and how to apply it in your own life. Subscribe for a daily dose of Stoic wisdom and growth.